All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Macha, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. There's an article here, all right, as we're getting closer and closer. Okay, this is Tulsa World, which, is also published on CNN, all right, and other news sites. And it says CDC documents say states should prepare to distribute COVID-19 vaccines as soon as late October. All right, which a couple of months ago, I remember Apostle Tahar mentioning it that you know they were basically saying that after camp, all right, after camp, when they usually huddle up, all right, they were just telling brothers, hey man, pretty much just enjoy a few months because by October, okay, I believe, yeah, they said by October-ish, they'll come out with this thing, and so really, they might just kick it into full gear, all right, by then, okay. Which, as I read this article, which I already read through it, but as I read through it, there's some specific points, all right, that were mentioned, okay, and I want to see if it's mentioned in this article here as well, but let's read. So it says, the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has told public health officials um, around the United States to prepare to distribute a potentially or a potential coronavirus vaccine as soon as late October. It also provided planning scenarios to help states prepare. Okay, now keyword in distribute. Okay, let's see. Let me see if I can pull up a nice video real quick. All right, and I know brothers have already seen this, but Trump says he will use military to distribute COVID vaccine. Okay. Let's hear this. Oh boy.
And I want everyone to know, I want every citizen to know that we're using the full power of the federal government to fight the China virus and to keep our people safe. Through Operation Warp Speed, we will deliver a vaccine in record-breaking time. We're doing very well on the vaccines. We have many
Okay, this is one, but this is not the one I'm looking for. All right, I'm looking for what he actually says. Oh, let's see. Damn. All right, what I'll do is I'll just probably re-upload the video, or you can check my channel, it's on there. Okay, but basically Trump was saying that they're gonna use the military, all right, to distribute this vaccine, all right, very powerfully, okay, and very quickly. So they're telling the United States to prepare to distribute a potential coronavirus vaccine. Now notice they didn't just say October, they specified late October. Okay. Now late October is what? Right before the election. Okay, because the election is at the beginning of November. Now let's read. It says the documents were posted by the New York Times, and the CDC confirmed to CNN it has sent them to city and state public health officials. The scenarios offer details about distribution for two COVID-19 vaccines when supplies may be constrained. The documents prioritize particular populations for the vaccine. Okay, particular populations. Now, who or what populations were they heavily targeting and trying to demonize? All right, it was you so-called Negroes. All right, you so-called Latinos, man, you Israelites. Oh, it's heavily targeting the black community. All right, that was all for a reason, man. Now it says including healthcare professionals, essential workers, long-term care facility residents, and staff and national security populations. Now, it's funny because we mentioned this, we talk about it, we talk about it, we talk about it. And you can watch the videos, you can choose to listen to what we're saying or not. But what people fail to understand is that yeah, we talk about it, but it's gonna happen at some point. Okay, it's not just gonna stay talking forever. Okay, you will see for yourself. All right, even if it's not right at the beginning. All right. If they don't come with you at full force right at the beginning, just know that it's not going to end with peace talks. Okay. We are not prophesying of a times that are far off as people like to think in their minds. Okay. Let's get that. Okay. Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 27. Because the times that we're talking about, all right, are some very deadly, serious times, man. This is Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 27. Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesieth of the times that are far off. Now, the vision, all right, majority of it is, yeah, we talk about the kingdom, which is a part of the vision, but it's also the judgments, the great judgment that is going to befall this place, man, Babylon the Great. Okay, and it's not going to be a light thing, man. It's going to be hell on earth like never before seen. You can read about that in Daniel, the 12th chapter, the first verse, in Jeremiah, the 30th chapter, the 7th verse. So when we look at the vaccine and the chip and all, we understand what ultimately it's going to end with. So we're seeing the beginning while knowing the end. That's why you may be just seeing the beginning and you think, well, why are you bugging out so much? We're not bugging out. We're just telling you that this is how this is going to end, regardless of what it looks like at the beginning. Okay? But people don't take it seriously. So what did the Lord say? Verse 28, therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more. But the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord power. All right, saith Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, and that is so. So let's read. CDC report, oh man, CNN reported last week that CDC Director Dr. Robert Redfield asked states to speed through permits for medical and pharmaceutical supplies. Company McKesson to help distribute any eventual coronavirus vaccine. Now, really pay attention to this part right here. In a letter, Redfield asked them to waive any requirements that might get in the way of distributing vaccines by November 1st. Now, let's look at something. Okay, let's look at something. When is the U.S. presidential election 2020? November 3rd. Okay, the election is on November 3rd. And these guys are in such a rush that they want to waive any requirements that might get in the way of distributing the vaccines, okay, by November 1st, before election day. Now check this out. And weeks, if not months, before most experts expect any vaccine to be fully tested. So out of nowhere, they're drastically speeding things up to get it out before elections. Because if it's out before elections, well, what did Trump say? He's going to use the military to distribute it. Now let's see if he's actually going to do that. But it's very interesting how they're putting key emphasis as to get all obstacles out the way that will stand in the way of distributing the vaccines, specifically by November 1st. Very interesting, man. Okay, so let's keep going. It says, hey man, and it's about to get turned up, man. It is about to get turned up. These things we've been seeing out here, in the news, these are all in preparation, man. Okay, trust and believe. When Jacob's trouble is fully in place, you will know. You won't have to question. Okay, even people in the world will talk about it. They just won't know it's called Jacob's trouble, but they're gonna know that all hell is breaking loose. Every hell that could possibly break loose is breaking loose. All right. It says, hey, the scriptures talk about, man, the Lord has what? Let's bring these out. Because, see, we mentioned it, but sometimes, newly created. All right, sometimes, ooh, this is interesting right here, man. Let me see. Appease the wrath. Okay, people, when we tell you this, it may sound like yeah, okay, Esau's coming and da 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 da, but hey, Jacob's trouble is not gonna be just on a carnal level, man. Okay, read Wisdom of Solomon, the 17th chapter, and Wisdom of Solomon, the 18th chapter, and that read about the specifics about what the Lord did to Egypt. That wasn't just a physical thing, man. That was apparitions, demons, fires. It was horrific, man. So the Lord said what's going to happen now is going to far surpass even that. So it's not going to be just martial law troops shooting people or gangs shooting and killing people or purge style. You're going to have wild animals. You're going to have different spirits. Okay? Death angels let loose out here, man. Because Jacob's trouble is going to be about death for those that are not of the elect. It's literally going to be about death for those that are not of the elect. So guess what? Death is going to come in many forms, man. Demons. Well, let's read. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance. Okay? For vengeance. Let's look up the word vengeance. Vengeance. Would you look at that? Punishment inflicted or retribution exacted for an injury or wrong. Now, why are people gonna get punished? For their wickedness. Okay? So they're created to punish the wicked, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force. And what's going to be the time of destruction? The time we're in right now, the end. Okay? It says they pour out their force and appease, meaning to make happy, to please the wrath of him that made them. And who made them? The Most High. So that means all of these wild spirits, okay, there be spirits that are created for vengeance. You have death angels out here, man. And they're going to be doing everything in their power, okay, to do what? To appease the wrath of the Most High. Meaning they're going to, because he's going to give out the order pursuant to Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, the 5th verse, and they're going to slay utterly old and young. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're not right in the eyes of the Lord, you're going to get got. And these angels are not going to bat an eye. They're going to do it willingly with all their might because they want to appease the Most High. So think about what the world will look like, man. It says fire and hail and famine and death. All these were created for vengeance. So you can expect to see these kinds of things. Yes, you can expect to see spontaneous combustion. You can expect to see natural disasters and catastrophes on record levels. And there's going to be hell on every street, man. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions and serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. This is what's coming, man. So these things are going to be there to punish you to your destruction, meaning it's to kill you. It's not just to scare you. It's not to correct you. It's to kill you. It's your judgment. Because the time of mercy is going to be over, man. Once Jacob's trouble fully starts, man, if you're not of the elect, that's it. So you're going to have wild animals you probably haven't seen before. All right. It talked about scorpions and serpents and the sword, which today is the gun. All right. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. So when the Lord sends these death angels out here, where? Upon earth. Okay? He's going to set these death angels upon the earth. Because Jacob's trouble is going to take place upon the earth. And when this happens, they shall not transgress his word. So the Lord says, go and kill all these different people over here. They're going to do it with pleasure. You ain't going to cry and beg and bribe and lie. It ain't going to happen before no angels, man. Or before these spirits of vengeance. It says, okay, all right, now let's go back. Okay, let's go back to the article. All right, just wanted to bring that out because what we're reading about is going to be a part of ushering in Jacob's trouble. Okay, that's why I went into all of that, because that is going to be a part of the things that are going to be happening when all hell breaks loose as a result of the things we're reading about now. Okay, so it says the scenario documents do not necessarily mean a vaccine will be available by late October. Pandemic planning exercises have for years included recommendations that the federal government ready a distribution network while scientists work on a vaccine. So they're saying, well, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna have something by the time, man. But what they're saying is we're gonna set everything in motion, set everything in place, so when the vaccine comes out, it's ready to go. So if we're gonna use the military to distribute it, then we're gonna have the military in correct positions. So when the vaccine comes out, we could just have them do it. So it says the Trump administration has said it's doing this. Yeah, well, they're doing it with pleasure. Companies developing the vaccines are already ramping up manufacturing so that in case one or more is found safe and effective in people, it could start going into arms immediately. You hear that? So I'm gonna read it again. It says they have started ramping up manufacturing. So if we're doing this experimental one, we're gonna do it in mass. So in case it's okay, we already have an abundance of it, and we can ready to start putting it in arms. They're not playing, man. The COVID-19 vac. Now think about this, right? The same people who are talking about decreasing the world population through vaccinations, all right, and other means, are now working so hard, oh so hard, to bring a vaccine that's gonna save the lives that they were planning to take away. Does that make sense to you? Why are you pushing so hard to save my life when you were the same person talking about how you're gonna take away lives with the vaccine to decrease the population? If your goal is a population decrease, according to Georgia Guidestones and Agenda 21 and Bill Gates out of his own mouth, if that's your goal, why are you working so hard for a vaccine that's going to save or, if not, increase the population? I thought you wanted to decrease. This is not adding up. It's not adding up. So it says the COVID-19 vaccine landscape is evolving and uncertain, and these scenarios may evolve as more information is available. One of the scenario documents advises. So they're putting it out there because they know ultimately what they want to say, but they have something called gradualism, where they're not going to come out and tell you what the end goal is, but they will gradually lead you there. So, oh, this is what we have for now. Just so we throw it out there, your mind gets adjusted to it, and then we slowly push and push and push. Oh, but we want to let you know that it can be subject to change. All right. So next thing you know, oh, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're gonna have a vaccine by late October. It just means get ready in case we do. And then it switches when we get closer to that point of, oh, look at that, we found one. So, get ready. It says Redfield said Wednesday that his agency is preparing for one or more coronavirus vaccines to be available before the end of the year. Right now, I will say we're preparing earnestly for what I anticipate will be reality, that there will be one or more vaccines available for us in November, December, and we have to figure out how to make sure they're distributed in a fair and equitable way across the country, Redfield said during an interview with Yahoo Finance. Now, what you got to keep in mind is you have a whole bunch of people that are already against getting vaccinated, especially with this specific vaccine. So what is their goal or their outcome to overcome this situation? You know. Now it says members of the White House Coronavirus Task Force, including U.S. Food and Drug Administration Commissioner Dr. Stephen Hahn, have said recently it's possible the FDA could authorize an experimental COVID-19 vaccine before large phase 3 trials are complete if data shows a vaccine is safe and effective. So they want it out by late October, pre or early November. Okay, even if it's still in the experimental stage. Now, to finish it off, it says these vaccines or three vaccines are currently in phase 3 trials in the United States. Those developed by Moderna and by National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, Pfizer and BioNTech and AstraZeneca, and the University of Oxford. All right, so um, this is very interesting news here. Okay, just to show you, man, we're getting closer and closer to that time. All right, so you gotta really pray to the Most High, man, and really strengthen your spirit up. Okay, and we'll see how the Lord takes it from there. Okay, but it's Jacob's trouble is coming. It's not standing stationary. It's coming. Okay, so don't expect the world to still be calm forever. All right, just because you're not seeing things happening immediately doesn't mean they're not happening. Okay. So anyway, with that, I hope this was edifying unto the elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash. Until next time, Shalom.